I am pleased to announce that this week, Positive Directions for Youth and Families Community Garden has received a $100,000 contribution from Honda. We'll be able to complete the Aquaponics project, build out a complete system where we're raising fish and we're reducing our water usage on the farm. Also using that water, we're going to be implementing a water recycling program where we'll be using rainwater as well as water from the aquaponic systems to water all of our plants. That's in ground as well as in the hydroponic and aquaponic environments. We will also be expanding our beekeeping operations. So we'll be growing our hives and preparing for a harvest of honey for next year. One of the biggest impacts that we'll be able to see firsthand is the waste reduction. So we're going to be expanding what we already do in terms of composting to make that project a little bit more robust. So we'll be adding composting units and adding sifters and different things to make that process a little bit easier for gathering soil that we'll be able to make right there on the property. So we'll be making soil and reusing that in the garden, making sure that there is little to no waste at 1500 Huffine Mill Road and our community garden. So we are introducing solar to the garden. So with the help of Honda, we're going to be installing solar panels and using batteries to store that energy. As you know, there's pumps that are involved in the aquaponics environment and in the hydroponic environment. And if we don't have access to power for those, then we can lose produce, we can lose the livestock, and we don't want to do that. So implementing all of these practices is very important for the organization and for the long-term sustainability of our project. But even more importantly, it's important that we teach people how to fish instead of just giving them fish. So one of the big portions of this fund, of this grant, is to actually gather the information, gather the knowledge that we have, and put it in a platform to where the community can access it. So you all will be able to access information, tutorials, and learning sessions either right here on our social media platforms or within our website, but we will have access for you to be able to learn everything that it is that we're doing. So, if you've never worked with bees before and you're interested in learning how to handle bees, what to do when it's time to harvest, what to do even when it's your first time even getting close to a hive, we're going to have that information for you. We're going to be planning workshops and different things so that you all can actually learn and grow with us as a community. So we're going to be teaching, we're going to be implementing new practices and strengthening the practices that we already have. So join in this journey with us. If you have not already liked the video, please do that. If you have not already followed our content, please do that as well. But I'm excited about this next step for this organization. Again, Honda, thank you so much for your contribution. You all will not be disappointed by partnering with Positive Directions for Youth and Families Community Garden. We are growing and we will continue to grow with the support that you guys have provided.